you have to start doing things that will take you out of your fear. As a matter of fact, instead of you to try to avoid your fears, those things you're afraid of, instead of you to try to avoid them, what you should do, you should be conscious about looking for them and also trying to see how best you can face them without fear. Once you're able to do this, then life might actually be a bit tough for you. Don't confine yourself to a particular environment. You need to push yourself to where you feel challenged, where you always want to push to do the right thing. The worst you can do to yourself is to confine yourself into the kind of situation that makes you feel comfortable and you stay back. Never ever get yourself deceived by feeling comfortable, right? Once you get too comfortable, it means you are not growing, right? Another sign to know that you are growing is when you feel a little bit uncomfortable, you are afraid to move, and then you move after all. Hello, I am live. My name is A. Kabir. Today is day 23 of our live video challenge here on Facebook, and we're going to be doing this today. Guess what? I am outside today, just like I've told you. I'm not going to make myself static. I'm not going to confine myself into a particular kind of lifestyle. I have to be flexible, just like I always tell you. So today I'm here live, and one of my fear in the past has been that I am always nervous. I'm always concerned. I'm always afraid of facing the public. I don't know if you understand. Of course, I've done so many activities that I had to deal with people. One of it is being a lecturer in the past, in the classroom. I had to be able to manage students. I've also been a teacher in the past, in the classroom of many levels. I've taught across different schools. But that wasn't enough to be able to build the confidence that is enough to push me forward to whatever I want to do in my life. Therefore, I decided that today I'm going to be having this live session here at the field where a lot of people get to see me, and they might be wondering what I'm doing. And at times it sounds very weird, and you can see that it's not easy for me, right? Looking at people, observing them at times making me feel like, it's kind of funny, right? But like I told you, you have to start doing things that will take you out of your fear. As a matter of fact, instead of you to try to avoid your fears, those things you're afraid of, instead of you to try to avoid them, what you should do, you should be conscious about looking for them, right? You should be conscious about looking for them and also trying to see how best you can face them without fear. Until you're able to do this, then life might actually be a bit tough for you, right? So if you look around me, you're going to be seeing some, this is a horse, a lot of activities happening here. You can see a lot of people, so many people here, right, behind me, and so many things happening. You can see. So here I'm live today, and I'm trying to make this video, even though it's not easy, but I'm going to make it, even though it doesn't make sense, because where I'm taking myself in life is a kind of journey that I had to learn how to deal with people. I had to learn how to be flexible. I had to learn to be in a lot of environments, whether it's convenient or not, right? And with this, I believe it will build my capacity to be able to manage a lot of people. I don't know if my voice is clear, my sound is clear. I don't know if it's background distraction, but then I had to do this. Like I told you, it's a journey that I'm willing to take. Therefore, now you also need to learn how to move out of your fear, right? So just like you can see, we had some sports going on here. Everybody is busy doing their thing, and I am also busy making my live video. You can see we have some people here also, right? So many sports, especially when you go down there where I came from, right? Football and so many other sports. And I also love to encourage you to take your time out. Don't confine yourself to a particular environment. You need to push yourself to where you feel challenged, where you always want to push to do the right thing. Okay? So the worst you can do to yourself, sorry, my hand is already tired, I have to change it. The worst you can do to yourself is to confine yourself into the kind of situation that makes you feel comfortable and you stay back. Never ever get yourself deceived by feeling comfortable, right? Once you get too comfortable, it means you are not growing, right? So another sign to know that you are growing is when you feel a little bit uncomfortable, you are afraid to move, and then you move after all. Like with so many people, what I've noticed, maybe I should try to move away from the road so that maybe it will be more clearer. So what I'm saying in essence today, yesterday I talked about how to deal with circumstances and not to complain, right? So these topics are linked. These topics are what? Links. You found out that in your life, you probably have been complaining all through. What you can do, what you cannot do, you are just merging everything, and then the least you can do is to complain. But you need to move yourself outside of that. You need to get uncomfortable being comfortable, or you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I don't know if I put it right, but what I mean is that it doesn't matter whether you are comfortable or not, but that act of being uncomfortable is very necessary for you, and you need to feel that it is normal within you to feel uncomfortable, especially when facing your fears. For you need to detect those things that are keeping you, and one of it, like I said, is fear. And this has kept a lot of people down, below their productivity line and below their creativity. So what you might need to start doing is identify your fears. Probably I will advise you to write them down. Note them down from number 1 to wherever number, and how many you can remember. So once you've remembered this, you start thinking about the first step you can take to correct this. Just like you've seen me do now. I've told you that one of the problems I have is that it is difficult for me to face the public and to do some certain things. I feel like I am nervous. I feel I am not comfortable. This is one of the things I love most. I don't know if you've seen it. I actually love that so much, right? So, and I'm going to start such sports. You can see we have some children here. So most times I just come out here to watch such things. At least I get inspired, and I get a lot of happiness from it, right? So what I'm saying in essence is that you might need to note down your fears. You might need to note down the things that you really are afraid of. And do you know, those are most of the things that have actually kept you below your level, below your standard, below whatever you are supposed to be achieving in life. Thank you for joining us. I see some 2 persons join the live session, and that's interesting, and I love you joining my live sessions. So guess what? Once you note these things down like I have done, I've noticed that in my life, I want to be able to build myself, my courage and my confidence to the level where I can mingle with people that are confident, to the level where I can sit one-on-one with people that have developed some kind of lifestyle that I admire. And that cannot happen if I cannot share their kind of lifestyle, which number 1, like I said, courage and confidence. So therefore, what I'm doing for myself is to find any opportunity I could lay my hand on to be able to build and develop this confidence. One of it is coming out to make live sessions like this. You're watching me live on Facebook, and I am here telling you that, look, get out there, notice your fears. Not only notice, jot it down, read it to yourself, and then write down another steps, like maybe 3, 4, 5 steps that you can use to overcome that fear, just like I'm doing live. So thank you for having me today. We're not going to stay much longer than this. Just like you see, these are some of the things that kept me back in the past. You see, somebody is watching me live here, and I feel very uncomfortable each time someone watch me like that, making live sessions. But that's necessary. That's very necessary, because it is not for you to think that or feel afraid or feel very nervous, especially when you come across people, because you need these people in your journey. And for you to be able to grow to the level, I believe you must, in one way or the other, interact with people and feel very free to be able to do well around them, right? So I want to stop here. I believe I've encouraged you today to go out there, pick that particular thing that you are afraid of, begin to do it. It doesn't matter if it's hard from the start, you just need to get started. Just like if you observe, I started this from my home, right? Just within my house. But today I'm coming out live here, and one day you might just see me somewhere that will shock you. I believe you are also learning from my experiences. Just like I've told you, my aim is to share how I was able to make my journey and others too could follow or perhaps learn from it. By the way, there's nothing new about what I'm doing. There's nothing unique about what I'm doing, because I found out that millions and millions of people out there are doing the same and they are getting the same results. I don't know if you get, thousands of people out there are doing the same thing I'm just trying to do, and they are getting the same, they are getting a result. So that result they have is one of the things that are inspiring me to also come out here to do this live with you today. And I hope you've learned from this session, and until tomorrow again, bye bye.